you are rejecting top colleges just because of its fees, then today's video is for you. Today's video would be a complete guide to students who are looking for higher education and are looking for a loan. I'm going to tell you about an opportunity that most students miss. This particular student loan is available across the courses, including your bachelor's, master's, PhD. I'm speaking about SBI Scholar Loan. I'm going to show you the entire process of it so you don't have to worry. Let's begin. First, features first. It offers 100% financing. See, most loans, what they do usually, say suppose you are taking 10 lakh loan. 1 lakh you have to put, 9 lakh the bank puts. This is how loan system works for education, for business, whatever. This is the only loan that I've come across which does 100% financing. So the 100% amount comes from the bank. You don't have to put anything. There is no processing fee. You won't be charged anything. The repayment period is of up to 15 years. I will come to that in just a while and give you the details about it. It is applicable for regular courses. It is also applicable for some of the part-time courses, but majorly the loan is available for regular courses. Also, if you are doing an executive management course, then also you are eligible for this. What is the eligibility for this SBI Scholar Loan? You have to be an Indian national. It is available for admission to professional and select courses. You can take this loan once your admission is done. So you will have to produce admission receipt as an Indian national. You are definitely available for this kind of loan. Now, what kind of expenses are eligible for this? First are your semester or yearly fees. If you are taking it for PhD, then it is semester fee. If you are taking for other courses, then probably it could be semester or yearly fees depending on what kind of course you are taking eligible. So jo bhi fees hote hai na, you can pay it through that. Any examination, library or laboratory fees, that also need to be paid through this. Purchase of books and equipments. If there is any refundable deposit that is being asked by the institution, this is usually asked at the time of admission. Okay, it won't be asked every semester. At the time of admission, certain library or certain other deposits also could be asked, so that can be financed through this. Travel expenses, expenses on exchange programs. If you want to purchase a computer or laptop, any kind of equipment which is required for your course, anything else, speakers or anything which is required for you, you can purchase it through this. Any other expenses related to education. As far as the institutions are concerned, is it available for all the colleges and institutes? So the answer is no. There is a list. This is the list where the institutions are given. Broadly, it is categorized into 4 categories. Then you have list A, where you can take up to 40 lakhs, list B, where you can take up to 30 lakhs, and list C, where you can take up to 7.5 lakhs. There are 2 things that I need to tell you about this. Say suppose your institute is in list AA. You want to take up to 50 lakh ka loan for your education, then you do not require any security. Security means you don't have to give your land or real estate as an assurance. If you want to take above that, then there is a tangible collateral. Collateral means security only of full value, and parent and guardian as co-borrower. This loan would be taken on behalf of you but by your parents. So when I say need-based loans meaning if it exceeds above 50 lakhs. Since this loan is targeting Indian institutes and universities, there is a good chance that the loan amount that you ask for would fall below 50 lakhs. You practically don't require any security for that, but just in case you need more, I thought I should let you know about this condition. If you can see, this is list AA, and there are altogether 10 institutes in this. There is BIT School of Management, Indian Institute of Foreign Trade. If you are taking admission in any of these 10 institutes, you can take loan up to 50 lakhs without security, above 50 lakhs with some security. That's the meaning of the document. When would the repayment happen? The repayment happen as per the moratorium. Moratorium in bank language means the period where you do not repay the loan. When you are taking loan for a course, during the time of the course, you won't be working, so you won't have any earning. During that time, you don't have to repay it. Plus, you get additional 12 months as a repayment holiday. Let's say you enroll in a 2-year MBA program. In India, the MBA programs are generally for 2 years. Let's assume your MBA starts in July 2026. So July 2026 to June 2028 would be your course period. Okay, in this period you will be studying, so you will not be repaying the loan. From July 2028 to June 2029, this is the repayment holiday. 12 months in addition. In this period also, you will not be repaying the loan. You can start repaying, but you are given this additional 12 months. In bank terms, it is called as a repayment holiday. In July 2029, your first EMI becomes due. From the start of your repayment, you have 15 years to repay everything. You can do it in 2 years, you can do it in 3 years, it depends on you. So you technically have time till July 2044. What is the rate of interest for this? For the institutions that were mentioned, 6.90 to 7.65%. Then for a takeover of about 10 lakh, you have similar interest. Takeover means if you have any other loan which has a high rate of interest, you can get it under SBI Scholar Loan, so that you can operate under these rate of interest. If you actually see, the rate of interest for SBI Scholar is quite less compared to other loans. You have another loan, you don't want to pay such high interest, you can get that under this SBI Scholar Loan. It is also called as educational loan switching or a transfer facility. This is a really good option if you are having multiple loans, which is the case with most of the Indian households. Now, what kind of documentation is required for this? This requires a loan application form. Okay, any scholarship requires loan application form. This can be filled online. My personal suggestion is to get in touch with a SBI bank manager. A lot of the times I've seen the loan procedures or loan application document which are available online, most of the times outdated. So it makes sense to visit a nearest SBI branch. Asset liability statement needs to be filled out if the amount is more than 7.5 lakh. This is how this document looks like. Here, the information which is disclosed is first about your assets, your bank balances, fixed deposits, your recurring deposit, your investments in gold, jewelry, mutual funds, real estates. If you have an immovable property, whether it is for commercial or residence purpose, then that needs to be disclosed. Movable properties such as vehicles, bikes, and anything that can be moved from one place to another, if it is high in value. Then second is your liabilities. Liabilities meaning what you need to pay. If you have other loans, you are operating on multiple loans, then you need to work on this. If you have any credit card debt, you have not taken a loan, but you are a co-guarantor with someone else, then that also needs to be insured. Now, one thing I need to say from perspective is, just because you are giving the information of your real estate properties and this and that does not mean bank will come and inspect it or raid it. This is just for the information in the case when the amount exceeds 7.5 lakhs, okay, which will be the case if you are aiming for a professional course, because this loan itself is for a professional and technical courses. Apart from this, you will require your basic documents such as your KYC document. If you already have an account with SBI, then you don't need a fresh KYC because it must be already done as part of the regular procedures. If you are a new customer, then you will require all these kinds of documents. My personal advice is, if you are going for a SBI Scholar Loan, then you open a bank account in any of the branches, in the nearest branch. It makes sense to open a bank account in SBI where your parents are familiar with the area, can really speak to manager, and things can really move in a streamlined manner. As far as the student, you will need mark sheets of all your exams, proof of admission of course. This is important. This loan can only be taken after taking admission to the course. Then schedule of expenses. If you are taking a loan of, say, suppose 20 lakhs, you are not going to pay all the fees right away, right? You are going to pay it semester wise. But while giving the statement to bank, you have to mention that these fees would be required at this point. If you have any scholarship related to it, if you are operating on any kind of fellowship, then also you will require it. Gap certificate if applicable. If there was a considerable gap between your studies, your studies were not continuous because of whatever reason, a gap certificate is sometimes required. It will depend on your manager. Your co-applicant or guarantor would be your parent or your guardian. Latest salary slip or salary certificate or business address proof. All these documents will be required. Also, your last 6 months ka bank statements would be required in this case. Now, how do you apply for this? On the portal, there is an application form. My advice would be contact your nearest SBI branch manager and you get the information. They will guide you from there. This loan is one of the few loans where there is no processing charge and it is 100% financed by bank. Then why not take benefit of it. Professional or technical courses require lakhs and lakhs of rupees in fees. This particular loan can really fulfill that demand. There is 15 years ka repayment period. Plus, after your course is done, you have 1 year to start with your first EMI. This is not given in any of the loan that I've inquired. The procedures are straightforward. I've explained you everything. Do not miss this opportunity when the government is ready to help you. Apply right now, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.